Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Conrath, and today I'll be presenting on why Canada's universal healthcare system is more economically efficient than the United States system. Healthcare is a huge part of both nations' economies, and analyzing the differences gives us insight into how government policy can impact cost, outcomes, and long-term economic sustainability. So this is the issue. In the US, healthcare is mostly delivered through a market-based system with private insurance companies. In contrast, Canada has a universal healthcare system funded publicly through taxes. While both countries are wealthy and developed, their healthcare outcomes and costs are very different. In this presentation, I'll compare these systems from a macroeconomic perspective, focusing on efficiency, public spending, and productivity. So the statement of opinion. I strongly believe that Canada's universal healthcare system is more economically efficient than the American system. And why, you may ask? Well, because Canada delivers better healthcare outcomes at lower cost, reduces administrative waste, and supports economic productivity by improving access and reducing medical debt. These are measurable, real-world economic benefits, not just ideological arguments. So here are some alternate viewpoints. To be fair, critics of universal healthcare argue that it leads to longer wait times, higher taxes, and less innovation. Some people also say the US system allows more consumer choice and competition. While these concerns are valid, data shows the US system still underperforms in efficiency and access, especially considering how much more the US spends. So let's look at healthcare costs as percentages of GDP. Um, this chart compares total healthcare spending. The US spends over 17% of its GDP on healthcare, more than any other country. Canada spends around 11%. On a per capita basis, the US spends more than double what Canada does. Despite this, the US does not have better outcomes. This means there is a major inefficiency in how resources are being used. The administrative efficiency. A big part of that inefficiency comes from administrative cost. So in the US, about 25% of all healthcare spending goes to things like billing, insurance claims, and paperwork. In Canada's single payer system, those costs are dramatically lower. The government handles the majority of payments, cutting out the complexity of dealing with dozens of private insurers. This frees up resources and reduces total system costs. Public health outcomes and productivity. When we look at outcomes, Canada outperforms the US in several key areas. Life expectancy is higher, infant mortality is lower, and more people have access to preventative care. A healthier population means a more productive workforce, fewer missed work days, and less financial instability caused by medical bills. That's a direct boost to the economy. So the summary and persuasive conclusion. So in conclusion, Canada's healthcare system is more economically efficient because it spends less, wastes less, and delivers better healthcare outcomes. It also improves economic stability by reducing out-of-pocket costs and ensuring everyone can access care. The US system, despite being the most expensive in the world, fails to match this performance. For a more efficient and equitable economy, the US should move toward a universal healthcare model. And this is my works cited. I used to support the data and arguments in my presentation, including statistics from the OECD and WHO, which are all peer-reviewed studies on healthcare efficiency. Thank you for listening.